Alrighty, wonderful. Congratulations, everyone. You're moving on to the third round of the NCAA Division III Lacrosse Championship. So congratulations on the win. First question is for Coach. Erica, how does it feel to be back winning games in Ohio?
Very full circle moment. I feel like it was nice to see some former players in the stands, so it was nice to chat with them afterwards. Always interesting with officials. You just never know what you're going to get from game to game and call to call. So we definitely had to battle through that today.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you've had a tough stretch recently, right? You had that tough loss against Washington. So coming in here, what is this, and this can go to the panel, what does a 2-0 weekend mean for you and this team?
I mean, it's huge. At least all the time we've been on this team, we've never gotten past the second round of the NCAAs. I think it's been 2 consecutive years now that we've fallen in the NCAA second round. Very close games in both. But this is huge, especially coming on the road, 6.5 hours away to a state we're pretty unfamiliar with. I mean, we play Denison throughout the year, but we don't play a lot of teams from Ohio. So very different atmosphere, very different culture here in terms of lacrosse. But this is such an uplifting 2 wins for us. And again, shout out Capital. They had a great year as well. Those 4 and 19 especially, those girls were pretty ridiculous. They were extremely hard to mark from a defensive perspective, so shout out to them for a great season as well. But this is huge for us, and I think heading into the third round, it just gives us that extra momentum, that extra urge. And now as we're heading into the Sweet 16, it gives us that will to win, and that is only going to increase further.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you mentioned their potent offense the Capital has, right? I mean, they've scored over 20 points in 6 of their last 8 games. Like, fantastic. So, what was the strategy going in, and what did that execution look like throughout the game today?
I mean, I can speak for defense, and I'll let Reagan speak as well because she plays defense. And well, you play defense too. You're admitting we all play defense. Yeah. But I mean, obviously, they have a very talented team all around. I know 4 and 19 were especially pinpoints for us. Those were 2 girls we really wanted to lock down on, and we tried to send the slides early. We really did. That was our main goal going into today. However, those girls were quick. I'm going to give it to them. They were quick off the cut, and I don't think I've ever played a team that is just so stop, start, and such a quick offense. So we really tried to just contain their offense, try to stop cuts in the middle and try to stop dodges from the top as well. Do you want to say anything about that?
I can. Yeah, I admired how stealthy they were on their cuts, and I think from a midi standpoint, watching them run midi back and forth, I was shocked that they weren't exhausted, and I think we stayed true to our roots, and that kind of helped us get through those tough stretches throughout the game where it was back and forth and it was close. But, yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. I'd love to hear if you'd be able to. I know we have a lot of defenders here, right? But you did put 20 goals on the board today, which, I mean, speaking of, we talked about their offense, but, I mean, this is the 8th time in your last 10 games that you put 20 goals up as well, right? And you were nearing that the 10-goal time stoppage as well there towards the end. So you have had some dominant performances over the weekend. Can you speak to the role of you had a couple 7-point players today, Libby Bowman and Grace today. Can you speak to their roles in their leadership up front? It can be coach, it can be anybody. Yeah.
I'll take this over.
Great.
I think we were a little slow to start out today, to be honest. I think we were a little slow to start out yesterday, too. Our shot selection wasn't as crisp as it could have been. I think we just really settled into it. And we kind of followed the scout a little bit. We were sending those dodges pretty early. We knew the backside would be open, so just to dodge eyes up, head up. But it was nice for us to kind of get that step on defenders and actually go hard to cage. I think our shot selection improved throughout the course of the game. But it did feel like we were playing behind a lot today, regardless of that final score. I think Capital did a phenomenal job of just kind of always having us look over our shoulder.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to say something about Grace and Libby. Yeah, Grace, Libby, I think they've had 7-point games in the past 2 or 3 games, something like that. But they are huge calibers on offense. They're people that when you're in a jam, they're always trying to create offense. Also, shout out Kate Lochran, number 3. She has been a huge part of our offense as well, including Sydney Harrison, freshman Maddie Mack, Maddie Stopkowski. There's so many people, Nicole Harrison, that are able to play into what we're trying to do here and buy into what we're trying to do here. So Libby and Grace, they collect a lot of points, but they do so much more. They mediate, and I think our offense has great chemistry, and I don't think they'd be able to do what they do without everybody else.
Yeah, fantastic. Reagan, what do you think that you can take into the next round going into the Sweet 16?
I think we can continue to play as a team. I think like our emphasis was 19-4, but we really wanted to play team defense, team offense, and play as a team in the midfield. So I think going into these next games, playing together is going to be something that's going to help us really well.
Absolutely. What do you think is a key point of the culture of your team? I know you play in Salem, Virginia, which is a huge lacrosse town. I mean, you host the national championship. So, I mean, what do you think is the key point of your culture that continues to push you forward as you go into these next few rounds?
I think it's what it's been all year long. I think we have a culture of consistency. I think we have a culture of passion. I think we have a culture of never settling. I mean, there's so many people on this team. Actually, sitting next to 2 of them right now, 2 of the hardest workers on our team. They're never going to give up on the ground ball. They don't care if it's practice, pregame, anything. They will not give up. They treat every lacrosse-related event like it's a game, or we're preparing for the biggest game of our lives. I also appreciate the 2 sitting here because they have a mentality of, I'm going to play this like it's my last game. If this was my last game, how would I play? So I think we have a culture of winning, consistency, but we also have a culture very much so of just appreciation. I think we appreciate that we're very unique, we're very diverse, and we bring a lot of different things to the table, and I think that's what makes us kind of an X factor. We're kind of unexpected. You don't really know what you're going to get from us, so I think that's part of it, if you wanted to add anything to that.
Yeah, and going off of that, I think the past few years we've gotten stuck at the second round, and I think our relentlessness, which is our word for this year, comes from how we've been through a lot of ups and downs. We've been through multiple coaches. We've seen a lot of people come and go, but I think at the end of the day, like, we are more than a family, and it gets kind of scary. Like, we're really close, and I think that's what makes us so cohesive on the field, is that we have each other's back no matter what. I mean, we could be down by 5, up by 10. Like, no matter what, we're always going to have each other's backs.
Yeah, absolutely. Last question. I mean, you talked about just a second ago the family nature of your culture, the building of that. Can you say something just to your seniors, your graduate students that may be leaving this year, that their next game might be their last, and you say that you're playing this way? Can you speak just something to them?
I mean, I'm actually a graduate. I'm a graduate. Yeah, I'm a graduate student. So, I mean, there was definitely a moment today where I thought, this could be my last game. And just, to the seniors on our team and even the upperclassmen, juniors, because they have another year left after this. I mean, I really think this has just been such a journey, and it's been so awesome to be a part of. And I think it's just the mentality of, like I said before, playing every game like it's your last. I think we've been playing every single game like it's our last since February. So, but I do want to give a shout out to the seniors on this team. I mean, I'm a transfer student, so I feel like I got lucky. I came in at a time we were getting good. I'm like, wow, I just got here and we're ranked. We're awesome. And I didn't know much about Division III lacrosse, but I think this senior class in particular has really brought a different type of determination. I mean, we were unranked 3 years ago, and now we're 12th in the country, and we're heading to the 3rd round. I mean, if you had told us this when I transferred here 3 years ago, when they came in 3 years ago, we would have never believed that. So to the seniors on the team, I think we owe them a lot of gratitude. We owe them a lot. They're a lot of the reason why we're here, and I think also the junior class as well is a lot of the reason why we're here. But you guys, thank you, seniors.
Yeah, like she said, the seniors got us here, so I think really next weekend, whenever our last game is, playing until the last whistle is going to be our, thank you to our seniors. So,
yeah. Absolutely. You want to say something?
Sure. I mean, I love the seniors. I feel like I got really close with them as a freshman. They were able to take me under their wing, and I think their leadership, I think it's amazing, and I think it's going to carry this program to higher heights and even bigger things in the future. So,
Closing thoughts from you, Coach?
Just very excited to be a part of this program. I took over last year, and they welcomed me with open arms, and I think I'm just very lucky to get to be a part of what they've built, and just thanks to our seniors, our underclassmen, our alumni, and just Skumamau.
Wonderful. Congratulations, ladies. We'll see you in the next round.
Thank you.